running.
And I'll say Evan.
That's good. You're scored, but I don't have to.
It's a win.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special edition, Monday edition of Finstock Today on the Finstock Sports Network. I'm your host, Bobby Finstock, and right there is the one, the only Fish Tank, Hank. What's up, Hank?
Yo, what's going on, Bobby?
Well, I'm here in beautiful Indian Florida, visiting my grandparents. So that's why I couldn't do it on Saturday. I was flying that day, but I am here. It's beautiful. It's hot, a little sweaty, but I love it. Got the breeze coming from the beach. I'm ready to talk Dolphins. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing great. We have a cat. We have this
Cheetah.
white furniture now. We just got this new sofa. I have been sitting on this old, dingy, ugly green thing. We got to get this place painted too. We put in new carpet. So we just bought this place a few months back, as you remember.
Yes.
Not too long ago, not even a year yet, I don't believe. And we paid it off. So now we're doing all the upgrades.
There you go. Very nice. You got Tyreek Hill, the cheetah cat. And you got it all set up. You got to paint that aqua and orange in that house, and you'll be all set. You'll get it all set.
I might hang some pictures and posters, but I don't know if I could get away with the aqua and the orange in the house.
Might be a little too much.
Hey, I had a nice man cave. My wife offered to let me make a man cave or even turn our living room into Miami Dolphins, to be honest with you. Yeah. And I said, no. I want to keep it a little casual where not everything's that way. But I do have some more exciting news for you, though.
What's that?
I have this car. It's a Corvette, all right? And it's blue. Well, what I did was I'm working with Wrap Stock. And Wrap Stock, we're going to create a Miami Dolphins themed wrap for my car. And I'm going to wrap my car this year.
That is awesome.
So I have a 2023 Corvette, and that baby's going to look sweet with some Miami Dolphins theme to it for this season.
Oh, you're going to be the talk of the town. Rob, what's going on, my man? Rob of DolphinsThirsty.com. If you're thirsty for Dolphins content, go to DolphinsThirsty.com. And you'll catch him tomorrow night on Real Talk Fins Talk. That's awesome. You're going to be the talk of the town with that wrap when you go to games next year.
We're going to wrap it up a little bit, do a full wrap, and then I'm going to go to the games.
There you go. Well, there you go. Well, look, let's talk some Dolphins here. It should have Dolphins Thirsty. Let's talk some Miami Dolphins. There's enough to talk about. We are officially April. We are 20 some odd days, 26 some odd
24.
days away. 24, thank you, from the NFL draft. There's talk of the Dolphins. I actually saw an article about 5 players the Dolphins could trade up for in round 1. I think Miami could trade up. I don't think into round 1, but I could see some good players falling into round 2. Miami possibly trading up into there. So we could touch on that. But let's talk about one of our favorite players, Fish Tank, Christian Wilkins. Very quick.
Sir.
There's been rumblings. There's been discussion and debate. Will Miami trade him, get some capital? How much is he going to cost us? Will Miami extend him? Well, reports are that the Dolphins and Christian Wilkins are negotiating a contract to extend him and keep him in Miami. No, not a signed deal yet, but how are you feeling about the Dolphins keeping Christian Wilkins?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Keep him. But if he's too much, and you gotta do business. You know what I mean? If he wants too much, you still have to do business. You can't just let things get out of control. Otherwise, you won't have a team. I love him as a player. I hope he stays. I hope they work out a decent contract that works for both sides. I'd love to have him on the team, to say the least.
No, I wanted, I said I wouldn't be mad if, I would understand if they moved him, because if the contract was too much, you need to get capital and all that. But right now, the Dolphins, they have a pretty small window right now, and it's not a bad thing. I don't mean that in a bad way. What I'm saying is that they have an opportunity this season, if not next season, to make a run at a legitimate championship. And you got to do that first off, that's a homegrown talent. Miami drafted Christian Wilkins. He's grown to be an impact player. I think he's maybe the heart of the football team. He's definitely the energy. So if you could keep him, and maybe these 2 years, keep him on a contract-friendly deal that will keep the cap space a little open.
Yeah.
You're getting the best of both worlds.
Absolutely. And they can work something out. I know they will.
What's up, Flavor J? Thank you for tuning in. Cap for Life.
Flavor J, fins up, yo.
Manzano, good to see you. I did. We're going to talk about that, Anthony, tonight on East 10th Street Boys, about the WWE and Endeavor. Big news out of there. Fish Tank, you froze up?
No.
There we go. All right. Can you see me? We're all good? All right. Let's see here. All right. So Christian Wilkins possibly staying with the Dolphins, which is exciting news. And once it gets done, it'll be great. I think it will benefit Miami in the long run. We'll see what happens with Zach Sealer. WrestleMania was epic. Oh, WrestleMania. Yeah, that was fun, Cap. So we'll wait on that. I don't know if it's me or Fish Tank that's not working. See something flapping, but I'll keep going as long as everybody's still talking.
Hey, I'm flashing back and forth. I don't know what's going on.
I'm noticing. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. We'll keep the ball rolling here. I will say that towards the end of the episode, we are going to do a mock draft. Well, I was going to say run the mock draft simulator, but that's not how it's going to go down. It's going to be a mock draft standoff between me and Fish Tank. Who has the who did the better draft? So that's up to you guys.
I challenge you, Bobby. I challenge you.
Challenge me just in honor of WrestleMania last night.
That's right.
Hank challenged me to a mock draft standoff towards the end of the show. So we're going to do that. So it's going to be fun. We're going to do that towards the end of the show. We'll have a blast with it.
You are going to get body slammed.
Body slammed. All right. I see you, Fish Tank.
If we're going to be on the WWE track.
That's right. Hey, we're talking. Manzano brought it up, so we'll talk WWE. Well, there you go. There's our segue. At the end of the show, we're going to have Hank threw down a challenge. Who will have the better mock draft? I will say it's me because, I'm pretty good. And but we'll see. We'll see.
You think you're pretty good till you go against me.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hey, I
got my Super GM hat on today, right here, baby.
I saw you. I saw you got it on. I'm down. I got my Florida hat. The Miami-Dade colors. I'm ready to roll. Let's talk about over under, because talking about WWE and WWE got to Endeavor now. Their UFC and WWE are merging. We're going to touch on that later tonight with on East 10th Street, but WWE is thinking about doing getting involved in betting. So let's talk about a betting type of term here, Fish Tank, with the Dolphins. I see here, let me go ahead and make sure I got this right. Sportsbook has released the projected win totals of all 32 NFL teams, and the Dolphins line was set at 9.5 games.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So just like Tua with 13 games this season, the last 2 years with injuries. The Dolphins have won 9 games the past 2 seasons, one with Flores, one with McDaniel. Are you going to buy the over or the under at 9.5 games? Or do you think 9.5 is straight?
You got to be kidding me, right? Look.
I know where you're going.
Look, this is simple out there for me, folks. I bet on the Miami Dolphins to win it all already. I bet hundreds of dollars and said they're going to win it all because I want thousands of dollars. All right. And they have to be over 9.5 if they're going to win anything. Okay. And for me, at the very least, I see the Miami Dolphins going into the playoffs at least 2 deep. Okay. At least 2, in my opinion. But I'm also basing that on fixing a few things that they haven't taken care of yet too, which we're going to address in my mock draft. And you're going to see, I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to blow your mind today.
So broke up there a little bit, but I hear what you're saying. And I figured you were going to go that route. I'm going to tell you though, if I had to put a bet down, I'm going to buy the over. I can't see Miami either staying at 9.5 or going to be winning under there. I think they're going to be the over. I would say 10.5 just to be
way over, Bobby. Way over.
Way over on you.
Let me tell you, Miami right now, the way they stand for me, they're a minimum of a 12-win team, in my opinion, right now.
And it's going to go back to it, and I'm not hammering on him. It's just a fact. If Tua is healthy. If he goes down, and that's if and when it hits, the season depends on the health of Tua. If he goes down, do we trust Mike White to win over 12 games with this roster, or Skylar Thompson? And, that's a lot asking from a 7th-round pick. And Mike White, look, we could pretend.
A 7th-round pick that played a playoffs. Game.
Hey, absolutely. That's fair.
And almost won.
We don't know. He might turn out to be the next big thing. We don't know. We like to put our little hats on and pretend we're, but the fact of the matter is you said it, not last year, but the year before, or it starts and ends with the quarterback. And that really rings true to the Dolphins. Yes, the Dolphins defense looks like it's gonna blow up this year with the talent that's on that. And we'll see what we'll see the additional moves they make. Vic Fangio. That's why I say it's the over. It's 10.5. I'll say 10.5. And then you look at the offense, all that talent. But again, if Tua goes down, can Mike White or Skylar Thompson come in and win another game or 2 for the Dolphins in the season other than 9.5? That's the goal. And that's where you got to kind of have to see, and that's where you got to justify. It does start and end with the quarterback, especially with the Dolphins. If Tua goes down, all bets are off at that point, because then it's like we're just praying we win the game with the quarterbacks that are there. Miami obviously trusts Tua to last more than 13 games because they went and got Mike White. If they did it, they would have got a more legitimate backup quarterback.
I think this team is built, no matter who the driver is, this team is going to move along, to be honest with you. Now, if one of those two come in and say they play 5 games, let's just say they play 5 games, all they got to do is win at least 2 of the 5. And I think with this team, they can definitely win 2 out of 5. Now, you're talking Tua missing 5 games now, is what I'm saying. Yeah. He misses 5 games. You add those 2, Tua will win 10 of the other 12. There you go. 12 games.
So I'm noticing.
Here,
I noticed that. I think there's a green screen effect on my hat. So I was like, "What the hell happened to my hat?" But look, you know what? And here's the thing. You're right. When you go, this team right now, the way it's constructed now, again, depth is still a concern to me. I was talking about it yesterday here. We were talking Dolphins, obviously, in this house. But depth is still a concern for me. We'll see how it plays out by the draft. But talent-wise, starters, first stringers, can't get any better. That's why I think when people go, I was here yesterday, I had people telling me their concerns on Tua. This team is too close to have Tua as the quarterback, as the only quarterback. I get all that. I'm there. You have a legitimate concern as a Dolphins fan in regards of health of Tua, but here's where it plays out. Yes, there's not can you have faith? You could have faith in this defense. I think that could win you a couple games. Those quarterbacks might not, but that defense could probably win you 1 or 2 games if Tua's out. That could help you there, Fish Tank. That's where that comes in. But let's say he does miss those 5 games. Let's say Miami misses the playoffs, and you're going, damn it! And you got these fans saying, damn it, I knew it that Tua was going to do. Okay, then you know what? Our roster is still built that you can go and get that quarterback who will stay and last the season.
That's right.
For 16, 17 games, go to the playoffs. This team is built that in this 1 or 2 year window, you want to say 2-year window, that if it's not Tua this year, it's going to be someone else next year, and it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Yes, I want to win
not
next
even
year.
Close.
But it's the over. It's definitely the over. Miami will win over 9 games, and that's before I even look at the schedule. Dolphins. Rob of DolphinsThirsty.com says, I had a dream that Mike White will have a 1984 Dolphins numbers this year, which could be scary. It means Tua gets hurt, but people were begging me to buy a Mike White rookie card.
I bet they were begging you to buy that crappy card. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh, man.
Hey, that's not a dig on Mike White. I'm just saying he is what he is. He's a backup.
He is what absolutely. So the Dolphins have made it a priority to re-sign or extend Christian Wilkins. Omar Kelly has come out and said that the Dolphins, a priority that's not for the Dolphins, that's not a priority, is the offensive line. They've shown that in free agency. They've shown that they are not going to go crazy and upgrade the offensive line that other people think. Now, the Dolphins' offensive line, in all full disclosure, has improved from 32 to 24. When the line was there, Brandon Shell, when he was rotating, it was actually a lot better than it was last year. The center position with Connor Williams, who played out of position at center from left guard, he actually played better at center than he played at guard.
Yeah.
So
that was
Miami,
a nice surprise.
It was. And that's why I'm saying, I know Evan, Finn's bandwagon, he's saying, let's draft a center or sign a center, move Connor Williams back to guard. No, I'm not for that. You do not fix what's not broken. Go get a left guard, leave Williams at center. Don't fix what's not broken. Go get a right tackle.
You don't fix what's not broken, but you might want to add a true center for depth.
Oh, for sure.
If you have enough picks and you can do it, I would add a center for depth only.
Absolutely. I agree with getting a center for depth reasons, but not to start. I would not.
No, not to start.
I would not take Williams out because then you're starting a new center. That's chemistry. Tua
take
took
somebody in the 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah. If you trade down, get a couple picks, you could get a center later, but not to start, not to replace. But it was obvious Miami that was the report that Miami was not going to focus. Chris Greer kind of alluded to that they were comfortable with Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. I kind of threw it out there that, hey, Miami might not be looking to upgrade that offensive line as much as people want it to. And guess what? They didn't. Now, that doesn't exclude the NFL draft. The Dolphins could take the best tackle that's at 51, or they could go center if they trade down into the 5th or 6th round. It could happen. But I told people, temper your expectations. I think they're comfortable with what they have. And so far, that's what's played out. And Omar Kelly has kind of justified that in a way with what I was talking about. So what are your thoughts, though, that Miami made offensive line not a priority for this offseason?
There are some areas where we need to do something. Obviously, tight end. Because that tight end's part of your line. So you got to address the tight end situation, definitely. You have to address the right tackle to some degree, unless the coaches know something we don't, is what I would say. And, they could know something we don't know. Maybe there was something else going on behind the scenes that we didn't know about that affected these players from playing. I don't know. But in my opinion, who did we have out there? Shell? Was it Shell that was out there that did decent?
Brandon Shell, yeah.
Yeah, Shell did decent. And but you want to, if it was up to me and I was the GM, I would have tried to have gotten a true right tackle somehow. But if if we didn't get it now, we'll get it in the draft. So I'm not worried.
And it could be that case. Miami could turn around, take a right tackle in 51, 84, 197, 238, or they could trade down and get one. I think Miami wants to see what they have. I think they trust. And again, remember, I told you, it was not people say, oh, why is Miami not investing in the offensive line? They do invest in the offensive line. They just don't hit on it. They miss on it.
They miss a lot.
It's about development, not investment with Miami. But maybe Miami has, and look what they did with Shell last year. Maybe Miami's starting to get it right. Let's see how it goes down after the whole offseason plays out. We'll reassess. But right now, it's playing out as we discussed it would play out when it regards to the offensive line. We are at the 21-minute mark here. Again, you're watching Fins Talk today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. Smash that like and subscribe button. Again, Hank has thrown down the challenge with the mock draft simulator. That's right. I will have a chance at it. He will have a chance at it. At the end of it, you guys can put your picks below as you're watching it go down. But you could also let us know, definitely let us know who you'd prefer, which draft you prefer, who won. Okay? We're going to have fun with that.
Let us know who won, because I challenged Bobby. I think I can beat Bobby. And Bobby is very draft worthy, to say the least, as far as his draft knowledge goes. He's got quite a bit up in that knot.
We're going to see it. So let me say, Cat for Life says, I'm not going to lie. I feel like the Christian Wilkins thumbnail you guys have should be plastered on Sierra boxes all over Miami if we resign. I love that image I picked for that. I thought it was perfect for Christian Wilkins. It fit right in with him. Let me make sure I got everything here.
We'll have to check back in 3 years. I hope it's not that long. So I guess Bobby decided to take a break. I guess I already won. That was easy, man.
You didn't win nothing. Hold on. I don't know what happened. What the hell? I was like, I'm here. I said,
Bobby, just for that glitch, you lose.
I know. Holy crap. What's up, Wingate? Wingate's in the house. Wow. Okay, that's all right. Oh, man, let me open this up just to be safe here, because hell no. Wait a second. I may have to use the phone. But he's afraid of your draft. I'm not. But you know what? Since we're talking about it, let's roll until maybe I disappear. But
let's do it, Bobby.
You said you want me to go first?
Yep.
Let's see here. Let's get me out here. There we go. All right. I said, you want me to go first?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go ahead. I have you on the phone.
I want you to go first. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, all right. Well, I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and I
might even put on my glasses today just to beat you.
Oh my.
That's how angry I am. I'm going to beat you.
Let's see. Get this up on here.
So while he's figuring it out, folks, everybody's talking the Miami Dolphins might trade up and this and that and all that other stuff. Me, I believe they should trade back. That's what I believe. You want the most pennies for your dollar? Trade back. Trust me. And I'm going to show you how it works.
Looks like there's a Wi-Fi issue all of a sudden. But that's okay. So let me stop
you're Wi-Fi-ing.
I'm Wi-Fi-ing. Let's go.
So is it going to go, Bob?
I'm going to try. Let's see. My goodness. That's what happens when you're going live from an unknown location. Not unknown. All right. Did it go through? I think it did, right?
I don't see nothing happening on the screen yet, Bob.
I see it here.
I don't see it over here.
I know. I can see it from my phone. I don't see anything there.
Bobby's in the sunshine state, and he's being blinded or something because he can't even bring up this mock draft. I thought he was a professional.
I try. Oh, man.
So no mock draft today? You got that scared.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You got that scared that you muffed up the mock draft.
Hold on there, Chief. Let's see if I can move closer here to the damn residence. See if that helps.
One challenge.
I ain't
I
scared.
haven't challenged you in a long time.
Let's see if I could see if since I'm closer now, we
See
can
if
get
you
this.
can remedy the Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
I
We're
swear,
ready
guys,
for
we're usually
it.
better prepared than this. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's going back here.
Okay.
Here it is. I see your face.
All right.
We're going.
Let's do it.
Come on. There
Yes,
it is.
sir. There it is.
There it is. All right.
There it is. Now you're going to feel the pain.
Bring it. All right. So
Come on, Bobby. Get us a great draft here, would you?
All right. So here am I. I'm on the roll here. It's on me. Okay. So let's draft.
Let's draft.
And again, you're watching Finstock today on the Finstock Sports Network. Smash that like and subscribe button. We're having connection issues, but we will get through it. All right.
We're connected now. We're good to go.
We're connected now. All right.
Do you got that on fast or super slow?
I got it on fast, but it must be the dang the Wi-Fi.
I think your Wi-Fi's jamming you a little bit there.
I think so.
It's
All
jamming
right, here
you.
we go. Here we go. All right. So
All right.
the Dolphins are at 51. We got two trades going on here. The Giants are offering 57 to trade down for Miami for a 2024 third-round pick. I'm going to reject that deal. Baltimore Ravens want to trade all the way up from 86 to 51, but they're offering me pick 199 and a second-round pick for next year. And you know what? I'm going to take that deal. I'm going to tell you why. Lamar Jackson is probably going to sit out next year. That's going to be a high second-round pick. I'm going to take that deal, and I'm going to trade down all the way from 51 to 86.
Whoa.
And the Ravens took Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver out of Tennessee. We'll let that roll out here. Looks like it's skipping. All right. Nope, I am not doing that. I'm all good. Why would I give you two of my draft picks? I'm rejecting that deal. All right, so Dolphins are 84. And you know what? I see my pick right here. I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to go linebacker Noah Sewell out of Oregon. I'm going to keep adding to that.
You say
defense.
Soul. I say Sewell.
Sewell. And there's another trade, but I'm not taking that one. All right. So Noah Sewell, and then the Dolphins have two pick right after at 86. That was one of my trades. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. They got a linebacker.
I like Sewell a lot, by the way.
I do too. And Miami has met with him. Tight end. You know what? I'm going to go Sam Laporta out of Iowa, tight end.
All right.
So what's happening? It is going fast, but it's just skipping through them. So by the time it comes back, it should be right back at the Dolphins pick. But anyway, there you go. So right now,
See, that's where I want to be. Look at them. Look at that right there. See, that's where I want to be.
101.
Right there. 101, 99, 102.
So there we go. Dolphins, again, 197 now. So the Dolphins have a linebacker. They got a tight end. Now we're here. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and
Hank has pressure. There's no pressure, Thirsty. Trust me. I'm good at this stuff.
thank you, Rob. Yeah, that's right. That's he knows. He knows. He knows. He made a mistake.
Bobby has good picks. I'm going to have great picks.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna wait for that, and I'm gonna go. You said about a true center. You know what? And I see a true center right here. I'm gonna roll with it. They went to Penn State. They went to the pro day. They showed interest there.
Better put on my glasses for this one.
I'm gonna get Juice Scruggs, offensive center out of Penn State, right there for the Dolphins. And then with this pick, make sure I think I got 2 more picks here. I am going to go Mohamed Ibrahim, running back out of Minnesota.
Ooh, really?
That's right. I'm going Ibrahim here.
You know, right there, you know what I would have done? I would have done a Dwayne McBride.
He's a good pick. I almost went Chris Rodriguez. I like him as well. So we're going to let this play out. Dolphins at 238. Here we go. 238, the final pick. Let's take a look.
This is so small on my screen. I got to put glasses on to see it.
All right, let's go ahead and do a rundown very quick. So for 84, I had the Dolphins trade down from 51 to 86, got an extra pick at 199, and a second rounder from Baltimore next year. We got Noel Soul, linebacker out of Oregon, to go with Vic Fangio's defense. Sam Laporta, tight end out of Iowa. Center, offensive line, Juice Scruggs. We got a running back, Mohamed Ibrahim, running back out of Minnesota, and then we're at 238 now. So looking at this here, I could go multiple ways. I've seen a couple prospects that I like. Let me just make sure. See if he has his height there. Okay. Carvin. You know what? But I'm going to go ahead. We go to defense here. We talked about Christian Wilkins possibly extending with the Dolphins. But what's going to happen with Zach Sealer? Who is behind Raquan Davis? Not much. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going Byron Young, defensive tackle out of Alabama. That is where I'm going. So I got a tight end, I got a running back, got a linebacker, center. I'm pretty happy. Plus, I gained a second-round pick, a high second-round pick projected for the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm very excited with this draft. So, guys, that's my mock. Hold your opinions for
No, you don't have to hold your opinion. If you think Bobby's draft is great, tell him. Let him know how he did.
There you go. So we're going to roll there.
Bobby, when you start my simulator,
yes,
you can go and propose a draft as soon as you start it, because I want to go trade with the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Right off the bat.
Okay, so that's trading down. You're trading down.
Yeah, trading back.
So I'll let it roll down to pick 51, and then we'll go.
No, just hit propose trade. Right there. It says propose trade.
I know how it runs. You could have waited.
All right. Now let's go with the 49ers, please, sir.
All right. How do you want this trade to go down?
Okay. I want to get 247 down to 99 from them.
So, okay. So from 51, 99.
No, I want their 99, 101, 102, 155, 164, 173, 216, 222, and 247. And give them the 84th pick.
So trading 51 and 84 for all those picks.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and propose that deal. It's been accepted.
Bam. Now we're in the money, Bobby.
Now
we're in the money.
All right. So you can see Hank has done that trade before, and it worked. So now Hank has a buttload of picks to fill up some holes on the Dolphins roster, and let's see how it works out. Let's see.
Hey, I might have to wait a little bit, but you know what? The third and fourth round have players all over.
Absolutely. I'm not against it. I would love that deal. Be quite honest with you. I would love it. All right.
I bet we couldn't have dealt it to them the opposite way. They wouldn't have taken it. They wouldn't have taken those late players. But you know what? I have a plan for those late players.
We'll see how it plays out. So here's your first pick. You got a trade offer from the Chiefs.
Reject all trade offers. I don't want any.
All right. So you're at pick 99 right now.
Okay,
You want me-
let me turn this light off so I might be able to see a little bit better. All right, we got Hicks. Scroll up a little for me, please, sir.
So that's
I want to see who else is there. Who's the line? Scroll up so I can see the linebackers. I can't see any
You
linebackers.
scroll down. Okay.
Yeah, scroll down.
Demario Overshone is still there.
Yeah, take him.
All right. So you go Overshone.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me go ahead and reject this deal. Okay. So you're at 101 and 102. Best player available is Elias Ricks out of Alabama, the corner.
No, the best player available is Sean Tucker at 107.
Sean Tucker. All right.
Now, you want to talk speed, Bobby? This guy ran the 55, the 100-meter, and a few other things. Speed is what that man has right there. Get him coming out of the backfield with Tyreek and Waddle. Forget about it. Tucker is a huge hit. Reject all trade offers.
All right. Ooh,
we have the picks we want already.
I see two guys. I mean, this is yours.
See Cameron Latou?
Yep.
Pick him up.
That's the guy I was going to say. There you go. Cameron Latou. All right. So let's roll this out.
Bam. How you feeling now, Bobby? It's good, right?
So far, yep.
And we're going to scroll down on this one probably unless somebody juicy comes up.
Okay.
Reject the trade.
I got you. All right. So best player available is a center, Ricky Stromberg out of Arkansas.
Ooh, I really like that. But let's scroll down and go to 177.
177.
I want Payne Durham.
There you go. Okay. You look.
I want this man on my team.
Obviously, Hank studied for this because he knows where these guys are. He knew what trade. This is really good. This shows commitment.
Hey, I know where all the guys are in the draft, and you know, I told you if it was me, I would trade back. And I've always said that.
Yes, you have. All right, Hank, you're at 164.
Who all we got so far?
Let's go
refresh
and pull
my
that
memory a little bit, please, sir.
All right, you got Texas linebacker Demario Overshone, who has met with the Dolphins, as the Dolphins have shown interest. Sean Tucker out of Syracuse, running back. You got a tight end, Cameron Latou, who's one of my personal favorites. And Dolphins love Alabama players. Cameron Latou could block, he could catch. He's played edge rusher. He's more of an H-back type tight end. I love him. And so then you double dip though on tight end. You get Payne Durham. So
yes,
there you
sir.
Go. What's up, Ken Rosa? Good to see you, man. No worries. Appreciate you just tuning in. Like and subscribe, brother. So there you go. So you got two tight ends. You got a linebacker. You got a running back. What are we missing right now for Fish Tank Hank? We got offensive line, possibly. D-line, edge rusher. Let's see. Oh, maybe a receiver. Cedric Wilson might be traded.
Hey, you never know. I might even go after a kicker and a punter. Oh, did I say that out loud already? Well, let's see how this goes.
I'm not, Rob at DolphinsThirsty.com, two tight ends. I'm not against two tight ends.
I'm not. Come on. You ever heard of Hernandez and Gronkowski?
Yeah. So there you go.
I'll take two tight ends.
You're at 164 here. Best player available. It's a safety out of Florida, Trey Dean. You got edge rusher Byron Young out of Tennessee. Where are you thinking to go with this pick?
Who do we got at the top? Daniel. We have a safety at the top. Okay. Let's take the safety.
All right, Trey Dean. And Daniel, man, brother, thank you for tuning in again. And yes, you're absolutely right. I am on the Jahmyr Gibbs train, and don't sleep on it. He's falling in these mock drafts. I think Miami might have to trade up for him if they want him. But he was at 51 when Hank traded down. He was there till like maybe 60-something. So knock on wood, we'll see. 173
defensive tackle player.
All right. So do you want to go edge rusher Byron Young, or do you want to look at D tackles and see who you want?
No, I want D tackle player.
Oh, Jackson Player.
Yes.
I thought you were saying I want a defensive tackle player. I'm like, well,
No,
tell
no,
me
no,
the damn player.
Well, which one do you want?
What do you want from me? All right. So
Okay, right here we're gonna go kicker.
Oh, we're going kicker. Is that
Noah? He's the best kicker there.
All right, Noah Ruggles out of Ohio State.
And I'll tell you why I went kicker. All right?
Yeah.
Sanders needs some competition, and we're going to bring in the best kicker available in the draft and give him that competition that he needs.
There you go.
You never know. We might throw this guy on our practice squad or something like that. These late picks are perfect for doing this, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next person we want to pick up is quarterback. We're sitting right there.
You said a quarterback?
Yep, Jake
Hayner out of Fresno State. So
yes,
you go
sir.
Quarterback here. There you go. So we do the Dolphins to get a fourth quarterback on their roster. But hey, practice squad, he can compete with Skylar for the third or second role. You don't know. All right, so you're at 222 here, Fish Tank.
Yes, sir. And what we're going to do right here is we are going to go after a punter now. Special teams.
Oh, Anthony Manzano is going to love you. All right.
Let's go to special teams. And let's take Turk. He's the best punter available.
Turk, son of Matt Turk, I believe.
Michael Turk, yep.
All right, we're at 238.
And look who's the best available player. It's a running back, and we're going to take him.
Let me go ahead and take him. So let's roll it out. First off, Ken, what is the trade ideal? Yeah, a fifth rounder. I think that would be the best bet. All right, 247 now.
Best player available. Looks like a defensive tackle again.
All right, so Fish Tank going best player available. Going to go Sylvia here.
Bam!
And that's
my draft.
All right, guys, so let's run this back here. So DeMario Overshown, linebacker out of Texas. Sean Tucker out of Syracuse, running back. Cameron Latu and Payne Durham. Payne Durham out of Purdue. Cameron Latu out of Alabama. So double
dynamic duo.
That's right. There's your double dip on a running back. Safety, Trey Dean. Jackson Player, defensive tackle out of Baylor. Xavier Howard's out of Baylor. Noah Ruggles, kicker at Ohio State. Gives Sanders some competition, but if he loses, you can put him on the practice squad, and you could go ahead and move him, Sanders, next season. Jake Hayner, backup quarterback out of Fresno State. Michael Turk, punter out of Oklahoma. Chris Rodriguez, double dips at running back out of Kentucky, who I like. And then, of course, you go best player available at defensive tackle at 247, Arizona State, Nesta Jade Sylvia. So there you go. So, guys, put it interesting. The back it up.
Hey, even if they don't give up that much, Thirsty, they would give a lot for 51 and 84.
They would.
And I would take whatever picks they gave me, and instead of doing these other little dinky picks, I would pick maybe an offensive tackle.
And I wouldn't say I can understand where you say, oh, it's not, I don't know if they would give that up. That's not realistic. It's not. It's more about let's say if the trade did go down, that's a win. If Miami could get that many picks back for 51 and 84, that's a win. You do look at who you missed out on, and that counts. That does count in regards of the trade. If you trade down,
yes, sir.
But shoot, man, we missed out on. So let me see if I can pull that up very quick.
I'm okay missing out on whoever's there. To be honest with you, I'm all right with that.
That's okay. That's okay. Cody Mock. I have a lot of people like him. Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to have him too.
And that is the Back It Up Binge podcast did say missed out on offense, didn't sign any offensive linemen, didn't draft any O-line with those many picks. So that is something to think about. Let's see. Osiris Torrance, offensive guard. Jahmyr Gibbs, who, again, I think the Dolphins are interested in, and I really like him a lot too. He went at 58. So,
Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Bobby.
Yes, sir.
I was having trouble seeing the screen, or I probably would have taken an offensive tackle. I couldn't tell a D from a O, from a this, from a that. And I just want people to know that, somewhere in there, instead of a defensive tackle or something else, I would have picked an O-lineman because I believe the O-line needs to be, but I couldn't read the screen.
So let me just say, as a point of reference, everybody, I picked offensive lineman in my draft. And what I hear here from Hank Greer.
I picked an offensive lineman. I picked 2 tight ends.
There you go. There you go. Run it back. That's what it
lineman.
Is. That's it. So I'm going to call Hank Greer for tonight. So, because all I hear is excuses.
Too.
Here comes the excuses.
How about you just call me Fish Tank and we keep it in the tank?
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Bring me up to full screen, Bobby. Bring me up.
Yeah, let's get it going. Let's roll it. All
hey,
right.
So, folks, how did we do?
That's right. So, guys, between the 2 mocks, if you remember,
gotta pick one.
Who won the mock draft simulator showdown?
I think I won.
You didn't get offensive lineman.
I got 2 tight ends.
There you go. I got a tight end, a running back, a linebacker. I got no soul.
Has his hat backwards right now. I just turned mine back around. I'll just do it sideways and keep my
Everybody
has
their,
up here.
The reason why I had my hat backwards, Cat, was because with my computer, I don't know what was going on. It looked like a green.
Hey, Bobby, you won. Kenna said you won.
Thanks,
Rosa
Ken.
said
Appreciate
you won.
it. Appreciate it. Got an offensive line, got a running back, got a tight end.
Hey, I got the sheer number of picks. Hey, I picked quality, guys. I picked quality.
Quantity. You got quantity over quality.
No, I did not.
Quality. I
picked some quality players.
Rob. That's quality. Better top end talent, Bobby. Sheer picks, Hank. So Hank got quantity. I got quality.
I got what we needed. I filled a lot of the holes.
Offensive line?
Yes, I got 2 tight ends still. Who'd you pick for the offensive line?
Juice Scruggs, offensive center.
That's all you picked was a center. So don't act like you did something.
I did do something. Don't get mad. You threw the challenge down, my man.
I know. I'm losing. I'm getting pissed off.
There you go.
It's all in fun, bro. It's all in fun. Now, imagine if Miami did a massive trade with the 49ers. I'm telling you. I would totally do it. Take a few of them picks away. I would still do it.
Yes, I would be absolutely down with a trade. What's up, Steve?
You just pick up too many great players.
Thank you,
in
brother.
The 3rd and 4th.
I get it. Ken Rosa, are we comfortable giving Austin Jackson another shot at right tackle? I still have some belief in him.
Don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. I'm not comfortable, but I guess you got to trust the staff. I still have somebody getting a center fixes 80% of line. Here's my thing. You would need a player who, let's say you need a guy who has position flexibility on the offensive line. I don't think you're going to find a starter in those later
Fins up,
picks,
Steve.
unless somebody falls. But if you could get someone who could play tackle or go and play guard or whatever, that would help Miami in regards of depth. Cody Mock, again, that was somebody that was at 51, or I think he was at 51 when Hank traded down. He fell to Miami's pick. San Francisco grabbed him. That's a player, for an example, that you could put him at tackle, you could put him at center, you could put him at guard. He's played all positions. He has experience. That would be a quality pick for the Dolphins. There's other players like that later in the draft. Juice Scruggs, he could probably he's center and guard. Okay, but that's what I like about offensive line, Fish Tank. I want to, or any really position-wise, Cameron Latou, he's one of my favorite players in the draft because he has position flexibility. You could line him up at fullback. You could put him at tight end. You could put him on the line. I mean, he's not big. That's Darnell Washington. You're talking, if let's say you traded down and Darnell fell to 84, you don't have to draft the right tackle. You got Darnell freaking Washington. That dude is a tackle. But
it's funny you say that because I picked 2 pretty darn good tight ends.
You did. Rob says 49ers is a good target because they have lots of picks and they might want quality over quantity since they are so close. That's correct. You're absolutely right.
and Miami needs depth. That's why I do like that trade. I'm not trying to tip the favor because I like winning, but in regards of the trade down, I love it because Miami needs depth.
Yes.
Miami
needs to fill holes and depth. That's what they need.
Now,
look,
I would rather trade.
Like I said, if I could see the board a little better, I would have went for somebody on the offense too. But I really couldn't see it. It's like this big, bro. You saw me with my glasses on.
I did. It's tough life you got. It's hard being on the losing side, but
I'm on a losing side. It happens,
Hey,
it's like my life with the Miami Dolphins after the 70s.
right. We're used to it.
It's like my life.
The Dolphin fandom, we got it. But hey, you know what? We got a few weeks until the draft, so next week we could have another showdown and see how it plays out. And we should be back next Saturday in normal time. But hey,
how much would I give up for Dalvin Cook?
Hey,
we don't have the draft picks to give up for Dalvin Cook is the problem.
You know what? I think I'm going to talk about it more tonight. I didn't want to take up too much time on today's show, but I think it's a legit possibility. It might be a pick from here and a pick next year, maybe a second rounder from this year and a second rounder next year. And because I don't think, even though in Miami, again, when Miami re-signed Gaskin, Ahmed, Wilson, and Mozart, they gave themselves flexibility to sit back and let everything play out. They don't have to. Vikings cannot force Miami's hand into giving up a lot for Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Miami says, "Hey, look, we're set. We can even go running back at 51 at Jahmyr Gibbs or whomever. Or, you know what? If you're willing to take this offer, we could give you 51 or 84 and another pick next year. You could take that. Or we're fine. We're good at what we have. We're going to be better next year." Hank says, Hank wants to keep those picks, and I get it. But I think there is a legitimate shot Miami could make that deal. I think Miami's just smart enough that they're waiting it out, and they don't have to make the deal. They're good.
I hope that they decide to get a tight end or a tackle first.
Yeah.
That's just where I sit. I want a tight end or a tackle over Cook because they filled like you said, they filled the running back room already. Not saying that it was the best and all this other, yeah, we got that. That's why you get somebody like a Darnell Washington or you get a Cody Mock. You get somebody like that in there.
So let's just say this very quick. Miami signed a tight end. Okay, they got Eric Subar from Denver, who's a blocker and could catch. Okay, he's not some hot name or nothing. He's not a sexy name for some people. I get it. But Miami has done a lot this offseason. Really, the only big move they really did was Jalen Ramsey via trade. Okay, everything else has been conventional, conservative signings. They've basically filled most of their holes. They got a guard center in Dan Feeney. They brought back up, but they got two linebackers. Okay,
Fins up, hammer time.
They have built out their roster where they could be totally flexible. They could go out and go get a running back in Dalvin Cook, or they could say, you know what, or they could go and say, okay, we don't need a big tight end at 51. We could go get a tight end at 84. Tight end and running back are the deepest positions and corner in this draft. So Miami could go get a Brenton Strange out of Penn State in the 6th or 7th round as a tight end. Pass catch. Miami has set themselves up for complete flexibility. So I would tell you out there, do not sleep on anything. Miami could go at 51. We see the best tackle and the best running back sitting there in a tight end or whatever, and Miami goes and gets an edge rusher. Miami has set themselves up because now they go, you know what? We filled up most of these holes. The only thing is depth, but we filled up most of these holes that we could go get best player available. So whoever's at 51 at best player available, unless Miami trades down, I could see them going best player available, whether that's edge rusher or wide receiver or whomever.
I want some kind of trade back with a tackle and a center and a tight end. That's what I want for Miami. I want those three positions covered. Everybody cares about the linebacker so much because the linebackers haven't ever done a lot for Miami. But you know what? I would still take those 3 offensive players over anybody else on the field if we could get them.
Tua's brothers, Richard, thank you for tuning in, brother. Tua's brother, I don't think is available this year. I think he's back in Maryland. So, and I don't think if Dolphin fans are, I think they're okay with the Tua, with the whomever that they, the Tagovailoa that they have. I don't think
my late round pick for every pick would be Dwayne McBride,
the running back.
The running back. Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's who I would be picking in the 7th round. Like if we had our 7th round pick and we go to pick, that's who I'd be picking.
There you go. If
everything stayed the same.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Absolutely. I get it. So there you go. Ken says, do you guys think we should look for yes, we talked about it. Defensive tackle depth as well. Raekwon Davis is solid, but he's injured. Absolutely. Again, I would not sleep at defensive tackle at 84 or 51. Sayaka Ika out of Baylor. He's one I'm looking at. In regards of later rounds, Byron Young, Alabama, defensive tackle. Miami loves Alabama players. So I definitely would not sleep at D tackle in any of our picks, but late picks, obviously. But 51-84, I can't see I wouldn't sleep on that deal. On that.
And as far as McBride goes, he's a great talent. The problem that he has is fumbling. That's the problem that he has that he's going to drop. But you know what? Everybody can fix fumbling. You start with working him out and getting him built up a little bit bigger up top, and that'll stop some of that fumbling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Fish Tank. Well, we're about at the hour here.
Wow, we went an hour today.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
Whoo, I'm sweating. Woo.
Me more than you.
Beat me up in the draft process.
When you come against the champ,
yeah. Hey, I said you had the knowledge before we started, but I'll still take mine over yours any day of the week.
I'm sure you would. There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Fins Talk today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. Smash that like and subscribe button. Until next time, Fins up.